The lights glittered, champagne flutes clinked, laughter filled the grand hall of the Riverton Museum. It was the annual gala, a night to celebrate art and philanthropy. But tonight, elegance would be marred by theft. Detective Clara Jensen received the call late in the evening. Her heart sank as the urgent voice on the other end spoke of a stolen painting from the museum's main gallery. Clara, known for her sharp mind and unwavering determination, arrived at the museum. The festive atmosphere had evaporated, replaced by a frantic hum of activity. Police officers swarmed the gallery, their faces grim under the flashing red and blue lights. Pushing her way through the crowd, Clara reached the scene of the crime. The Enigmatic Lady, a masterpiece from the 18th century, was gone. Only the ornate, now empty frame remained, a stark reminder of the audacious crime. A knot of tension tightened in Clara's chest. This wasn't just a theft. It was a brazen act, executed right under the noses of the city's elite. The pressure to recover the painting and apprehend the perpetrator was immense, and Clara, her gaze fixed on the empty space, was ready for the challenge. The once vibrant canvas, alive with the enigmatic smile of the lady, was now a gaping hole, a void that seemed to suck the air from the room. Clara began her investigation by meticulously surveying the scene. The gallery, designed for grandeur, now felt like a cage, its high ceilings and marble floors echoing the emptiness left by the stolen artwork. Her keen eyes scanned the room, searching for any sign, any clue that might lead her to the thief. The velvet ropes, meant to keep admirers at bay, lay on the floor, a testament to the brazen act. The security alarm system, supposedly state-of-the-art, had been inexplicably bypassed. Clara, her notepad in hand, made detailed observations. The lack of forced entry suggested an inside job, but the precision with which the painting was removed pointed towards a professional. Her mind raced, piecing together the puzzle. Who would dare to steal from under the watchful eyes of so many, and how did they manage to pull it off? The air buzzed with hushed whispers as Clara began interviewing witnesses. The museum staff, still reeling from the shock, provided a mix of confused and conflicting accounts. The director, a portly man named Mr. Thompson, seemed more concerned with the museum's reputation than with the actual theft. Clara listened patiently, her eyes missing nothing. The head of security, a burly man named Frank, was sweating profusely, his alibi shaky at best. Then there was Miss Davis, the curator, a woman whose passion for art was only surpassed by her knowledge. Her distress seemed genuine as she provided background information on the painting and its significance. As Clara delved deeper, she discovered an undercurrent of resentment among the staff. Budget cuts, rumors of favoritism, and the recent dismissal of a disgruntled employee all added fuel to the fire of suspicion. The stolen painting was like a dropped pebble, causing ripples that exposed the hidden currents within the museum's seemingly placid facade. Each interview, each piece of information gathered, only deepened the mystery. The more Clara learned, the less clear the picture became. The museum's security system, supposedly impenetrable, had been deactivated from within. The security tapes from the relevant time frame were mysteriously blank. Suspicion fell on the recently dismissed employee, a disgruntled art restorer named Edward. He had the skills and the motive, and his bitterness towards the museum was no secret. Clara tracked him down to a dingy apartment, its walls adorned with copies of famous paintings, a testament to his unfulfilled aspirations. Edward, however, vehemently denied any involvement in the theft. He admitted to harboring resentment, but insisted he would never dream of harming a work of art. Clara, though unconvinced, had no concrete evidence to hold him. The investigation hit a wall, leaving Clara with more questions than answers. Section 5. The disgruntled employee. Edward, a man of modest means and even more modest demeanor, seemed an unlikely mastermind, yet Clara couldn't shake off the feeling that he knew more than he let on. His alibi for the night of the gala was flimsy at best, corroborated only by a neighbor who barely seemed to know his name. Digging into Edward's past, Clara uncovered a history of petty theft, fueled by gambling debts and a desperate desire for a luxurious life. He had the motive and the opportunity, but the method of the theft seemed beyond his capabilities. The precision with which the painting was removed suggested the involvement of someone with specialized knowledge. Clara found herself at a crossroads. Was Edward a red herring, a convenient scapegoat in a much larger scheme, or was he a cunning manipulator, playing the victim to perfection? Clara, with her unwavering intuition, knew that the key to solving the case lay in understanding the true nature of Edward's involvement. Clara decided to take a step back, to examine the evidence from a different angle. She reviewed the security footage again, this time focusing on the hours leading up to the gala. It was then that she noticed something peculiar. A man, his face obscured by a baseball cap and a surgical mask, entered the museum several hours before the event. He moved with an air of familiarity, bypassing security checkpoints with ease. The man was carrying a large toolbox, typically used by art handlers. He spent a considerable amount of time in the main gallery, his actions hidden from the few security cameras in the vicinity. The man in the footage was not Edward. This was someone else entirely, someone with the knowledge and access to disable the security system and remove the painting without raising suspicion. A chill ran down Clara's spine. She was dealing with a professional, someone who had planned this heist meticulously. But who was he? And how was he connected to the stolen masterpiece? Clara's instincts told her that the man in the security footage held the key to unraveling the mystery. She released Edward, much to his relief, but not before warning him to stay within city limits. The detective then shifted her focus to identifying the mystery man. She circulated his image among her contacts, hoping for a lead. Days turned into nights as Clara tirelessly pursued every dead end, every whisper, every rumor. Just when her hope began to dwindle, she received a call. An art dealer, recognizing the man from the security footage, contacted Clara. The man, he revealed, was a notorious art thief known only as the Chameleon, infamous for his ability to blend in and disappear. The Chameleon was known for his elaborate heists, often targeting high-profile events and employing various disguises. His motive was never money, but rather the thrill of the steal, the challenge of acquiring the unattainable. Clara finally had a face to the name, a target to pursue. Time was of the essence. Clara knew that the Chameleon wouldn't remain in one place for long. He was a phantom, a whisper of a threat, always a step ahead. Working in conjunction with Interpol, Clara tracked the Chameleon's movements through a series of art auctions and private viewings, her pursuit leading her across Europe. Finally, they received intel that he was planning to move the stolen painting out of the country through a private airfield in Switzerland. The pressure was on, the clock ticking relentlessly towards the moment of truth. Under the cover of darkness, Clara and a team of Interpol agents converged on the airfield. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation, every shadow a potential threat. As a nondescript private jet prepared for takeoff, they moved in, their movements swift and coordinated. The Chameleon, caught off guard but ever composed, attempted to make a run for it, but Clara tackled him, the stolen painting clutched tightly in his grasp. The arrest of the Chameleon and the recovery of the Enigmatic Lady sent shockwaves through the art world. Newspapers hailed Clara as a hero, praising her tenacity and sharp intellect. The stolen painting, returned to its rightful place in the Riverton Museum, seemed to shimmer with a newfound brilliance. Clara, though, felt a sense of quiet satisfaction rather than elation. The case, she realized, was as much about the people as it was about the painting. It had exposed the greed, envy, and desperation lurking beneath the surface of a seemingly glamorous world. As she gazed at the enigmatic smile of the lady, Clara couldn't help but think that the painting held secrets, whispers of forgotten lives and hidden truths. It was a silent witness to human folly and resilience, a reminder that beneath the veneer of civilization, the dance between darkness and light continued.